Alright, so this is my single player world that I've had for about 2 years now, maybe 3. I don't know, I kind of lost count. It's been since about 1.19.1, and there is just way too much for me to display here without cheats. So what I did was I made a copy of the world. If you give it a second. So this is actually a copy of the world. As you can tell, it's hyphen copy here, and then this one's just the one I normally play on. So with this one, what I did was I opened LAN, creative, etc. And then I can enter and do whatever I want. But for now, I want to point out that no one who has a world in creative has this many of any of these mined. This is specifically like a survival world, and I just genuinely don't like creative, so I'm just doing this for demonstration purposes. So this is where my first entrance was. I came down here, there was a flower farm. I think this is still, yeah, it's still a stone generator with a haze beacon in the floor. I could just mine it and it would go into there. There used to be a farm here, a breeder, and then this used to be a sugarcane farm. I go down here, I think I had some mobs, but they're all gone now because I moved them. And then if I go down here, continuing, this is where my first drop chute was, which I eventually patched up and moved over. It also has this cool lava drop feature thing, portal, and this is why I have so much cobbled deep slate mined. It's because I was clearing out all of this space. So got some villagers over here, got some empty cells, more villagers. With this, they can drop down. I've also got skeleton farm in the middle, so it just spawns them, sends them up in a pipe, and then drops them back down at 22 blocks. Then if I go back here, it's a cave spider farm all the way over here. I was trying to figure out something to make them not get stuck on the ceiling, but I couldn't really work it out, so I just put water up there and they die of drowning. Now if we go this way, there is a lot more. Starting with, these are all my areas where I used to have farms, but I was going to move them. And then, let's see, yep. And if I go, here is a villager breeder with, I think that's an age detective. I don't know, this one's kind of old, but I just had a bunch of beds, a couple villagers doing work, and then there's this giant room, which my sister helped with. And I was going to make this actually a tree farm, so that way I could farm things like saplings of all different species. If I go this way, that's a second skeleton spawner. Over here is my entrance to get to it from a hidden entrance. This was a stone generator mixed with a skulk thing where I would drop the skeletons from out there. And I think that's still how this works, but at the moment I have it just set to disable with that. If I go this way, you'll see that this connects up to this, and actually it's on me at the moment. So this just triggers that, and then given enough time it automatically resets itself. So I have what's it called? A torch key over here, then it reads the signal, sends it up, powers this decay clock, which then triggers these, and then this detects if those have been triggered, and if they have, just to make sure that this is always the one that activates last, like no matter what happens. And then there's another torch key for the exit, and this is where I have a bit of stuff. Nothing too interesting, just like keys and stuff. I have them set to auto harvest, so if any of these reach 5, they send an extension of their signal to make sure that they get triggered and harvested multiple times, just to make sure that there's no problems with that. This is where I was having my cauldrons. I think I was gonna hatch eggs down the end with turtles. I have another villager breeder in here, and that's the age detection system working. They're just doing that. And then this is my actual trading hall where I got serious about it, and I just made it so that way any villagers who I wanted to trade with, I could just name tag, and then yeah. So that is what that's about. And then if we keep going this way, actually if we go back the way we came, and then we go one of the other directions. So this way is where I actually fought the withers. I had a couple of them that I fought because I have a wither skeleton farm. And if I keep going this way, you'll start to see the mess that they made. Yeah. It might have been more than a couple. I've done this a fair amount of times, to be honest, because I've got like a lot of wither skulls and I just don't know what to do with them. They could be used as currency, but since I don't play with anybody and since there's like no value in them because they can just be farmed, it doesn't really hold much. But if I go this way, you'll see that this goes on for a while, so I'm just gonna yeah, I think this spot's about 1,000, and if we keep going, there's like at about 1,200, there's a entrance. Maybe, might have been further. Yep, okay. So here's my stronghold entrance, and here is my storage entrance. I think my storage room looks pretty cool, but at the moment it's not really complete and everything looks kind of poor. However, one thing I am happy about is this system back here, which is a automatic pearl detection system. Like if you want to go for a trip and you want to be back, like automatically teleported back in a few days or something, it utilizes T flip-flops with copper bulbs to make sure that it's not too long or too short, and you can set which one you want in here by just pulling one of these levers. So if you want to be back in 4 to 5 days or 9 to 10 days or just today or tomorrow, you just throw a pearl in here, flip the lever, and you're good. There's a lot of storage, though, storage problems. So I invented another thing, which I think works, but I haven't really tried it because there's nothing to go to, which I already made a tutorial on for this. But basically, it reads the, yeah, probably just go check out that if you're curious about it. But yeah, that's pretty much my world. There's not too much more beyond it. I mean, I guess I could show the stronghold. So I did redecorate the actual portal room, and that's about all there is. So it's a bit too shiny, but I don't actually normally look up, so it's not that bad actually. But beyond that, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it.